and gentlemen, welcome to David Nair on air, all the way from not down under, but from Chennai, India this time. I understand we have audiences from different parts of the world: India, Australia, South Africa, UAE. I welcome each one of you to this particular show. I'm loving this show primarily because this is close to my heart, where I have spent close to 24 weeks with this group in a mastermind, and now we are actually showcasing some of the work that they've done in deriving and working towards a purpose. That's why the topic is covering that. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to know who David Nair is? Very simple. Peak performance coach, a speaker, author, certified practicing accountant who loves coaching and working with people. Primarily, I'd like to share my purpose so you can see it starts off from there. My purpose is very simple. Why I came to India in 98, to create a mindset shift, a heart set shift, and a soul set shift in 1 million people, thereby improving their lifestyle and that of the next generation, leaving behind a legacy. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the prime purpose in which I was driving this mastermind, Mental Resilience Mastery. The end outcome of that, after 24 weeks of working, is you will notice a book titled The GRAIL. Without much further ado, I would like to invite on stage two of my partners in crime, so to speak, for the purpose. One is Amanpreet, Ko, and Tushar. Both of them are from up north India. I'm yet to get up there and see what they do. But rather than I take the limelight, what I'm going to do is to get them to introduce themselves and share a little bit about their story before we deep dive into this topic of purpose. Aman, would you like to share your story, please?
Of course. First of all, hi David. Hello Tushar.
Hi.
And everyone, every beautiful soul who is watching out us. Thank you for having me on this platform. I'm super excited. So I hope you all are excited too. I am glad to share this wonderful platform with these charismatic and inspirational personalities. So let's raise the vibration of this platform like anything, and let's impact the energies of all individuals around in this universe. So my name is Amanpreet Kaur. As David has introduced already, I am a gut health mentor, collagen consultant, an author, a certified life coach, mindfulness practitioner, and a fearless propagator of purposeful parenting. I am a mother of two wonderful kids, wife of a wonderful human, and co-founder of Fire to Wire Morning Club under the umbrella of this MRM Mastermind, Mental Resilience Mastermind. Yes, and I'm so privileged to be here. And I also work with mothers working from home, working professionals, where if they are stuck in their life, they're stressed, I help them to come out of the stress, and I inspire them to live a purposeful life. And I'm on a mission to create great vibration around me. That's it.
Fabulous. Wow. Thank you so much, Aman. Let me move on to Tushar. Please share your little story and we will move on from there. Thank you so much, Tushar.
Right. I'm an entrepreneur, a certified performance coach, an author, and I'm co-founder of the English Street, an academy that helps candidates who wish to go abroad. I'm also a member of Women Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and I'm also working for women empowerment. So thank you for having me here, David, and giving me this opportunity to be a part of this discourse on purpose. So everybody, all of us are on a journey to do something or towards the journey of achievement of their goals. So this platform today, we're going to have a discussion on purpose and what challenges do we face in this journey of achieving our purpose. I'm very kick and alive, a mother of two lovely kids and wife to a lovely companion. And I feel, and it's a motto, that every adversity and every challenge in your life gives you an opportunity to grow and flourish. So keep enjoying your life and find purpose in your life so that you have more clarity. You can live a purposeful life. Thank you so much.
Fabulous, fabulous. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, because of the tight time constraint and we like to pack as much as we can in this 1 hour, I'm going to straight away deep dive into it. Thank you both Tushar and Aman to share your story.
Pleasure.
This word, this buzzword called purpose, let's just hold that for the time being. You've been through a process for a number of weeks. Would you just like to share that journey from about February, March when we joined and got together up through to now? What's your snippet of that journey?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah.
either
So
either
I
of
I
you.
would feel, yeah, I would feel it's a privilege, and I feel fortunate to be a part of this mental resilience mastery program under the flagship of David Nair. So I've learned a lot of things. I'm already into journey of evolvement, evolution, and transformation, and I'm working tirelessly on uplifting my spirit and working on my areas that combines like soul, your body, your mind, and spirit. Now, this through this mastermind, I came to know about the concept of purpose. It was already there. I've heard about it. I was working on it, but I think it was just a seed in me at the time. And through this mental resilience mastery program, it was watered, it was nurtured, and it has started bearing fruit now. So I've realized the concept of me time. I've heard a lot about this concept me time. One should have a me time, but what to do and how to have a good, great utilization of me time, that I understood and I got to know. So for me time is working on uplifting your spirits first, so that you can also bring the change in people around you. Once you have changed, the world starts changing automatically. You don't have to do anything. You just start working on yourself. So I start having my morning rituals. I start having me time. I start building up my sanctuary. I start working on my night rituals. So that has helped me to be on the track. So it's faith, it's commitment, and it's discipline that has brought this shift in me, and that has helped me evolve and to be on the track.
I love the core value of faith, commitment, discipline. I'm going to
True.
thank you for that, and I'm going to roll the ball onto Aman with her faith, commitment, discipline on F2W.
Absolutely. David, MRM has been a blessing for me. And Fire to Wire Club, I just love this club. You know, I became an early morning riser because I was hosting this under your and Sumana's guidance. I put an artificial pressure on myself because I was on purpose. I got my purpose while working with you and the team under MRM. About my I got to know about my why. You know, when you know your why, you do not hit snooze button anymore. And I became yes, 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 and
True.
you find a way to make it happen. So Fire to Wire Club gave me another purpose, because when I used to rise up early, I used to give more time to my own self, to my team, to my immediate family members, and to my children. They needed me in the morning, so I was all ready to cheer them up, you know. And by shifting my own mindset, you know, I became more mindful and a purposeful parent. And from a pushy parenting, I became a purposeful parent. Now my kids love me for that. I used to feel that kids are drifting away from me. My family is drifting away from me. And that was the time when I felt I need some change in me. We know we this is a very famous quote from Mahatma Gandhi ji: "Be the change you want to see in the world." So my children, my family is my biggest why. Because in the process of my life, I lost my own self. And
Wow.
when you are on purpose, you do some contributive work. And MRM and Fire to Wire helped me to achieve that. I could actually
Fabulous.
contribute to my life and to my family's life and people
Fabulous.
around me.
Fabulous, fabulous. I'm so, so happy it was able to transform and help you have some breakthroughs. That's wonderful. Let me deep dive even further to the next level. As we went through that journey, obviously there was a lot of hustle, tussle, and bustle that was taking place. Deep down in that process, something emerged out of all of that. And
Absolutely.
we then were able to start looking at as a group, pull together 30 different individuals from different professions, from different backgrounds. And for some reason, the mind was seemed to be in sync for them all to want to write a chapter on this book called Grail, their purpose, their journey. Now, you want to share your journey on how you went through that to write your chapter, each of you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sure.
So thank you for asking this interesting question, David. It's very important for everyone to know about our purpose and how we gathered on one platform to work towards it. So during this course, entire course of mental resilience mastery, we learned various virtues. We learned certain things which actually change us from inside. So everybody was working for his or her respective purpose. Then it was a thought came, why can't we just put all this together in one thing? And we came up with this project named GRAIL. So, all the 30 authors from three different continents, we have worked on one project in which we have written our purpose of life, the challenges that we have came across while working for our purpose or achieving our purpose, and how we have maintained our calm and how we have stayed on the track towards this journey of working. And I must say, every author has written very beautifully their different 30 perspective. So every reader would get to learn and get to know about 30 stories, and I'm sure people would find connected with one or the other purpose. They're beautifully written. Every word leaves an impact.
Wow. Now, when they did something like that, obviously there's a pride inside of you, a buzz moment that's happened inside of you. How did you feel? I mean, from
It
where you
was
were to
super. It was
super.
super exciting. It was super exciting. I mean, there are a lot of things that have come for the first time in this book.
Right.
People would be surprised to know that this is a zero investment project.
Yes. Wow.
I mean, this actually makes us feel proud. Every author has worked so hard. We have just invested our time and energy. That's where we had
Yes.
really worked tirelessly on this project. So there are a
Fabulous.
lot of buzz moments. We have a lot of breakthroughs. We got to learn so many things. It was not just about writing chapter. It was just making connection with each other, reaching out to everyone, learning new skills, and learning the experiences from others. So it's not just writing a book. Grail is not just a book. It opened million doors to us and to the readers. It's going to open the million doors to the people as well. And yes, 30 stories built up 30 perspectives. So 30 perspectives would actually lead to help you to find your purpose in life.
Yes. Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. This anthology of purpose put out by 30. Aman, how did
Yes.
you maneuver through this with all the hustle and bustle you have at home with kids and a husband and your in-laws? I remember you saying, and I got to cook for so and so, all of that happening. And then you're in the middle of all of that could come in and say, with a sane mind, I got to do this chapter. I've got to write
Yes.
this. How did you
Yes.
manage that?
See, David, again, I'll jump onto the Fire to Wire Club because that was my main power. Power. That was my power. It helped me evolve as a person and as a professional too. I became an action taker. Initially, I used to procrastinate because I used to see many other things in front of me. Because when I started to prioritize my tasks, my daily goals, and I knew that goals have to be aligned with your own purpose. So that was how that gave me so much enthusiasm, so much encouragement, and I had zeal to contribute. It satisfied all my urges for years that I wanted to host a show, and that fulfilled my purpose because it was a driving force for me. And writing a chapter for GRAIL, it is my privilege to write a chapter because, as Tushar also mentioned, I would add to it, the proceedings from the sale of this book, our very book, GRAIL, Take Your Life Right with Purpose, will go to charity. So I really feel so proud. I do tell people to contribute, and with their contribution, that much contribution, so many lives are going to get impacted. Millions of people will get help in finding their own purpose. The power is already within them. So
Great.
this is all I wanted to say. And yeah.
Good, good. It's interesting you come up with that charity, and where all of the funds that are coming through from the sale of the book is channeled into that. I might like to add to that, to the audience that are listening. There are two main domains in which these funds are being channeled. And by the way, this is not just one person making a decision. I have a consortium of group of people who work
Yes.
with me in this. We have made sure that the funds that are being channeled is channeled to, number one, the aged community. Feel there's a need for that within India. And the second group that is getting part of the proceeds from the sale is kids who are displaced, underprivileged kids, for their education. Because I believe in both those areas, if we can nurture that well, we're going to have to sustain a fantastic growth, and especially with purpose, it's going to come good. Now, I want to deep dive even further into it. Guys, I really want you to share your purpose. What is each of your purpose?
Okay.
So my purpose of life is to create and live in and work in a prosperous environment that encourages productivity, peace, inner power, happiness, self healing, and promotes growth so that I can improve the services that I render to my family, to my community, and to the world at large. You know, David, I want to mention this. When you know your destination, you know what to take along, what to leave, and what to leave. And a life without a purpose is just a life without a destination. It is just like a body without a soul, a ship without a rudder. So purpose is so much important. It drives you in when you are in worse, you are feeling so many challenges in your lives. In the time of adversities, you will feel, yes, no matter what happens, I have to keep moving. This is
Wow.
what purpose has done to me. It is
Yes.
just like a boat. If you don't have a purpose in life, it is just like a boat without a crew in the middle of the ocean. So we are just
Yep.
a wave, and we are just a wave, and ocean is life. If we consider ourselves just a wave, we are mistakenly doing something wrong you know
Excellent. Excellent. Fabulous. Tushar, your purpose.
I'll keep it very short and crisp. My purpose of life is to evolve, and the end goal and the end purpose of my life and my every activity is to have happiness and to derive happiness. So once my purpose is defined, all the people around me, my thinking, my action, everything is defined, because I know I need to go to that level. I need to seek happiness. So whatever I do, every minutest activity that I perform daily, right? Every interaction that I perform, every work that I do, be it on personal front or professional front, I make sure it helps me evolve It helped me seek happiness, because since I have just shared that my end goal is to uplift. So once I uplift myself, I think it is going to have a ripple effect. If I am
Yes.
transformed, my kids would imbibe it subconsciously. If my kids would imbibe, they would share the same energies in their circle. My family would have the same energies. If my family is happy, that will be transformed and transferred into the community. If it's into the community, it will travel to state, interstate, and like globally. So this is how if you start working on yourself, it will lead or bring a transformation in other people's life as well. And for that, for giving those energies to other people, I think you need to have your glass filled up first. So a lot of people do it a
Yes.
mistake that, yeah, a lot of people do this mistake that they don't have their glass filled first, and they
Mhm.
start pouring it onto the others, and then they feel empty, they feel hollow, they feel exhausted, stressed out. So I would request everyone who is there on the journey to transform others people's life, make sure you have your glass filled first, so that you can pour it on to the others. And for that, you need to have me time. You need to get indulged in self-care. You need to build up a self routine where you have love, you have compassion, you have all those virtues that helps you stay calm, that helps you stay composed, and that makes you feel fulfilled. And once you have that level, then only you would be able to transmit it on to the others. And also, this is very beautiful, since my end goal is to evolve and seek happiness and derive happiness. So I am also working on bringing a shift in connection in body, mind, spirit. So if these three concepts, body, mind, spirit, are in sync, everything is taken care of. If any of the three is shaken, it will impact others. So I make sure these three factors, your body, your mind, and your spirit, your soul, is taken care of well. Physically, you need to be healthy. Mentally, you need to be healthy. Emotionally, you need to be healthy. And spiritually, or your soul need to be fulfilled and need to fill those energies from within.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm going to just condense this down. I need two challenges that each of you would have faced in this journey. Just two challenges, precise to the point.
Yeah, I would say initially, it was just initially I started facing time management. Since I shared in the beginning of this interview that I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an English language trainer. So I do have my hours, busy. So I have to take out time from that busy schedule and divide it for this project. So I do faced initially that hitch of how do I manage time. But since we are sharing, once your purpose is defined, facts don't matter. So that's how I have worked on it. I have not just written this chapter because I wanted to write something on it, because I've lived this concept. Because I know
Mm,
earlier, in those 24 hours, I was doing what I was doing, right? I was okay and happy. And then I took it on me to be a part of MRM, Mental Resilience Mastery, and then learned a lot of things, and then to be a part of this big project named GRAIL. So we have really worked hard. So time management was a challenge initially, but once my vision was clear, right? So I don't see this as a challenge. I've started deriving pleasure working with the team and giving every hour, every minute, every second for working towards this project.
wow. Thank you. That's really, really, really comforting to hear. And yourself, Aman?
Yes, yes. And I truly agree with Tushar. It is a journey that matters, because from the journey, we actually experience the truth of life. And my challenge was that I was not an action taker. I was a procrastinator. This is a big term, you see, but with a mental resilience mastery mastermind, MRM, I do not know what happened. As and when I got to know my purpose, because I started to connect well with my own intuition, I started to take actions. Because until unless you take action, you have a big dream for life. You have so many dreams, but if you do not take action, you are not going to fulfill them, and dream will remain a dream for you. So I got to know that how taking small steps every day can actually make you feel so fulfilled, and you will reach where you want to reach. Second, my energy, I was very very overwhelmed with energy initially, and I used to feel sometimes it was extremes. I used to feel sometimes I'm so drained, but I was unable to find the actual reason of that. When I got to know that I have inner power, I need not any outer help, to increase my energy. I can do it with my own self. I researched and got to know that a human, one person, one human's energy can actually impact 90,000 people's energy on this universe. So I am created by that creator, the perfect creator. How can I do this to my own self? Because my energy was impacting my children's energy, my husband's energy, and everyone I was surrounded with. So when I got to know this concept, it was a divine for me. My story changed. A girl who was always in the victim mode shifted her mindset, and now I do not feel that I am a victim of any situation. I create situations my own self, because I am not in control of my situations now. I control my minds, and all thanks to MRM. And everyone out here, we are not bragging about MRM or F2W. This is reality. We both are the products of this amazing mastermind.
Thank you. Thank you. One more thing I want to get drill out of you, and this will I'll get a lot of comfort out of this. What There's so much spoken about purpose. What are some of the common myths? We won't have much time to cover many of them. I just want each of you to touch on one myth that you had to put in your head, wire it up, and then unwind. What did you have to do? One myth, each of you.
Yeah. So people do assume that the purpose is static, right? It's just one thing. Purpose always remains the same. This is a myth. Your purpose may be one thing at one point of time, and it may change in the future, right?
Yes.
Like some people find growth as a purpose, some people find progress, some people find happiness, some people may find bliss, contentment, peace, prosperity, wealth. So there may be several purposes, right? I mean, and it changes, and it's okay. Accept it.
Yeah.
You may have one purpose, you may see growth as your purpose today, and tomorrow it may be like prosperity, it may be peace, it can be wealth accumulation, it can be anything. And your purpose your purpose doesn't just involve you are not the only one centric person who is getting benefit out of person. So this is another myth, that this is self-centered. Being self-centered is it is the purpose. No, I would say, even if you're self-centered, right, even if you're working for yourself, so once you bring a shift in yourself, it starts vibrating, right? It
Mm.
starts having an impact on others. So when you have a purpose, when you're working on yourself, obviously it is going to have an impact on other people's life. If you are at home, it will have an impact on your kids, your in-laws, your family, your husband. If you are at a personal, professional front, it will impact your employees, your colleagues, or your boss, or your like employees who are working under you, anybody and everybody who is coming in contact with you. I would say, like, everybody. It can be a milkman, it can be it can be a barber, it can be a gardener, everybody, because you exude those good vibes when you have started working on yourself. So when you work on your purpose, it is not just related with you, it impacts other people's life as well. So one thing, it's not just for you. And second, the purpose doesn't remain static, it changes.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Great.
I agree with Tushar. Yeah.
Yeah, please, your chance of sharing your perspective of the myth that is out there and how you conquered
Uh,
it.
yes, yes. One of the myth is that people think that purpose needs hard work and lots of sacrifice. But what I got to know, that it is not you need to work, but it is not hard always. You need to be constant, you need to be continuously doing whatever you are doing, and you will definitely reach there. But once you start working for your passion and purpose, you start enjoying the process, and you'll start learning and evolving more. I heard from this quote from you only, David, that when your purpose is big enough, facts do not count.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it
so
keeps you
true.
moving no matter what, and you need not to sacrifice. You can drive the way you want it. There is no more sacrifice in purpose. It's not the thing that you cannot achieve. And you, sometimes your purpose evolves every day. Whenever you feel you are lacking somewhere and you are getting out of track, go and revisit your purpose. Your purpose will definitely get you on track.
Fabulous, fabulous. Thank you
I
so
would like
much.
to add on. I would like to
Yeah,
add on
please,
here.
please. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like Aman said, purpose. Some people say and feel that when you're working on your purpose, it's always hard work, and it includes so many sacrifices. So I would say, I believe that yes, definitely there is some amount of hard work involved. There is some amount of sacrifice involved, right? But I would add, once you know your purpose, right? Once you are on a track, you don't see those challenges as hard work and sacrifices, because you start deriving pleasure out of it. You start enjoying the process. You start enjoying the journey. You don't see them as hard work and sacrifices
Absolutely.
anymore, right? You feel it as like a tools to derive to keep you moving forward. So they don't look they don't come to you as sacrifices or challenges or fears, because I mean, these tools will, or these obstructions would help you to achieve your purpose, to achieve your end goal in life.
Yep,
Absolutely.
yep.
And one more thing, when you see challenges, you do not see them as the hurdles, you see them as opportunities, because we all are here for this thing only. Life is an opportunity.
Yep,
The
so true.
perspective, there is a perspective shift, as David says, soul shift, mindset shift. So it is all related, it is all related.
Fabulous, fabulous. Hey, listen, guys, why don't you share some benefits from this? When we've spoken, we've gone and deep dived and worked on purpose. List down some benefits you got from it, Tushar.
Yeah. So there are n number of variables that one derives once you have purpose in your life. See, I would say the first benefit of finding your purpose or discovering your purpose is it gives you clarity, right? When you know, like, let's say an example for myself, I know that my purpose is to evolve and to find happiness. Since I'm aware that happiness and evolution is my purpose, so I would see in every minutest thing in my life, right? If there is any challenge, everyday challenge, let's take up everyday challenge in personal or professional life. So I don't see it as in a challenge, because I know my end purpose is not to see the challenge. My end purpose is to see the opportunity and to see through this and find happiness. So it brings a shift in me. So these doesn't look like a challenges. You know that you have to You have to seek happiness in whatever you do. I make sure whatever I think, whatever I do, whosoever I meet, I make sure that what kind of lessons I am learning from that person, right? It can be anyone. I don't find it like he should be a top notch person. It can be anyone, any layman, right? So because I know like my end goal is to be happy, so I don't see fears. I don't see turmoil in every day. I used to see it. I used to get disturbed earlier when I was not aware about my purpose. When I didn't know that happiness should be there. No, I feel that happiness is the end goal of every human being. Everybody who wants to have a luxurious lifestyle, or everyone who wants to have a great wealth, everyone who wants to have power. I think their end goal is to have happiness. So if
Yes.
happiness is your end goal, you won't focus on little challenges and fears and those petty issues in your personal and professional life. And also, I would see every day, does this action or does this particular any sort would help me to evolve, or it would degrade me. So that has given me clarity. I know that evolution and happiness is the goal. So it has become a measuring tool for me now.
Mm.
And there are multiple benefits. This is one, clarity. So once you have a clarity, you are a good decision maker. So if you
Mm.
know you have something clear in front of you, you don't have a blurred vision. See, if you have shades, if you're wearing these glasses, right? If it has a blurred vision, you're not able to see through it. But once your glasses are clear, you have a clear vision. So
Mm.
that's how it works for you. You have clarity, you become a good decision maker, you derive mental well being, you derive holistic growth, and you're able to give and perform best. You have a lot of energy within you. Even when you lack energy, you know you have a purpose. You kick back, you bounce back. You don't find yourself as a failure. So
Yeah.
failures becomes just the feedback for you. You don't see
Yes.
failures as mere failures. Those become the feedbacks for you. That's okay. You keep going, you get going. So lot of things, there are a lot of outcomes. You stay focused, right? I have derived a lot of benefit, and I'm sure finding purpose would help everybody have a vision, have a clarity. They would be able to take better decision in their life, and they would be able to have a holistic growth, I must say.
Fabulous. Thank you. Thank you so much. I can see you reaching forward, Aman. It's my turn. I want to share. Come on, please, Aman.
Okay, okay. So another thing, let me add to what Tushar has said. I also wanted to say
Yes.
all those things. So let me okay, no problem. So it helps us to build our mental resilience.
Yeah.
First and foremost thing for me. And has helped me to evolve, as I already shared, as a person first, as a human being. I could see things more clearly in front of me. I could see the feelings the other person is having. I could see the other side of the picture. And my end goal, I would like to mention here, is to connect with oneness. We have forgotten why we have come here, why we got born on this planet Earth. So when you are in that state, I won't say that I have reached that, because it is a journey. Life is a journey, right? But when you try to reach there, in the process, you will see everyone as one. You won't see them as an individual, different, because on energy level we all are one. The same divine is driving us. And we have been, what I can the word I can use is hypnotized by the culture, by the society when we grew up, so there are so many people on this earth who are out of track, because they are conditioned just like that, getting money and all other worldly pleasures. If we talk about that those things are the byproducts when you get your purpose. And as Tushar mentioned, physical well-being, mental well-being, you'll get it when you are on track, when you are on purpose. You will find a great shift in your personal relationships. First thing, you will improve the relationship with your own self. When you see yourself as worthy, when you see that you have good relationship with your own self, with your inner self, you will see the relationship around you, the people, the immediate family members, the relationships start to bloom. And
Fabulous.
again, I would like to say mental resilience is the one thing that comes automatically when you are on purpose.
I can see so much that's happened. I mean, I can recall seeing both of you at the start in February, March when you joined, when I had a chat with each of you. And a lot of credit should go also to the community of MRM
Absolutely.
that's been there
I agree.
constantly, because at any point in time, each one of you and anyone else in the MRM membership have just got to pick up the phone, and it's amazing how the term I use, synchronity, comes into play, and then you unfold a lot of the things that you're just talking. Truly proud of what you guys have done with it. Let's just
And
look at some. Yeah, sorry, go on,
no, 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 please. So I
please.
want to say that you have to align, you'll surrender, and you will evolve with the flow of the universe. I just want
I
to say
love
that.
it, love it. Very good, very good. Um, Now, with a life of purpose, we spoke so much about it. Is that going to give us complete euphoria, that is going to be a blissful life, or is life still going to throw things at us and we're going to have challenges and setbacks? What's your perspective of that? Just because you got a purpose, are you home and house, or is there something that's going to happen? Challenges come with you. How would you react to it?
Yeah.
David, as
Either of
Tushar,
you.
please
I'm
continue.
Okay, right. So, David, I would say when you have a purpose, it's not that you don't have challenge, you don't have struggles. They will be there.
yes.
It doesn't give you any opportunity that there will be some magic when and all your challenges would go away in just one go or one click. No, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying those challenges do not look like as a challenges to you once you know your purpose. I would pick up from my story only, right? Like, let's say anger. I'll take that one term, anger.
Yes.
If I if I if I don't have purpose, if I don't define happiness as my purpose, I would get disturbed and perturbed on petty issues every time, every now and then, at home or professional life. Since I know that I have a purpose to be happy, I don't focus on those moments, those issues that creates troubles in my life. I
Hmm.
shift my perspective. I look at the brighter side of the story, and I try to make efforts that would lead to happiness and evolution, because I
Right.
know that my end goal is to be happy. So last evening, I would say, I had an argument with my one of my closest friend, and I just went to him. I said, like, why not taking my call? You're not picking up. What happened? He said, I was busy, so I didn't take it. That's okay. So I came back home. I was just on my way back home, and I was like, in my mind, I was just juggling and struggling. Why didn't he pick up? I just called him up, and then suddenly I recall, no, Tushar, your purpose is not to be unhappy. Your purpose is to be happy, right? So I said, why should I focus on that he didn't pick up? It's okay, he's busy and it's not taken my call. That's okay. So since I could recall my purpose is to be happy, I straight away shifted my perspective. I could not focus any longer on anger. I reached back home. My kids were sleepy, so I recited the prayers. I read them the books, and we had a nice chit chat, and we went to sleep. So since it was defined, I knew it. So I no more focus on those challenges and issues. So having purpose in your life doesn't give you any right that you won't have any challenge. We are not saying it. You would have same things in your life, but you will not have focus on those things. You will focus on other things that will help you to take you towards your purpose. So that's
Wow.
how it changes you and changes your perspective.
Yes, yes, yes. Now, one of the things I want to also tap here while you're thinking in that same frame of mind is the challenge, that same issue, let's say, some months back, if it happened, how long did it take for you to bounce back? And now, how long did it take for you to bounce back? Which means I'm looking at your bounce back rate.
I would say I would take it for another day also. If it had happened last night, I would drag it for maybe next day, or maybe I would just bring that issue again. Now,
Hmm.
I mean, within the seconds, and it is happening every day. I'm noticing it. It's happening every day with me personally. I'm telling you, every day, anything that is problematic, I don't focus on that for more time. But yes, if it needs my attention, if it needs a resolution, if it needs fixing up, I do that. But if it's just trivial, petty, doesn't it is not worth taking my attention, I just give it there. I don't care. I don't focus it anymore. So earlier I used to drag it for a few days, maybe, but now within second it just shoo away, just goes away, because I know my purpose is clear. I want to lead a happy life. I want to lead a healthy life. I want to lead a holistic life. I want to set an example for my kids so that they don't focus on these trivial issues in their life. If I'm focusing, obviously they would subconsciously learn it, imbibe it from me. But if I am like this, if I teach them subconsciously that, guys, do not, we need not to focus on trivial petty issues. They're just abstraction. They need not our they are not worth taking our energies. So they would also learn it if your kids learn it. So that's how my shift has changed
It's it's
in a wider
it's
perspective.
it's wonderful to hear that, because I'll tell you why many don't realize this, and I want to share this so the public out there understand. Whilst all these emotions are fluctuating within ourselves, just like there's digestive juices that help in the digestion of the food we take in, there are certain hormones and certain enzymes and certain chemicals in our body, and we commonly refer to it as the dose chemicals, the
Dose.
dopamine, the oxytocin, the endorphin, the serotonin levels. Now, these
Correct.
dose chemicals fluctuate up and down. Now, if you were in a situation previously and you had this crisis, so to speak, on the phone, you will mull over it for a day or two. Imagine the amount of toxic that's happening within yourself. Forget
Absolutely, yeah.
any other issues. Whereas now, because of purpose and because of this trigger inside of you, that allows you to then shift it to say, hey, listen, this is where I got to go. That's not the wide angle road that I got to take. It's the
Correct,
right
correct.
hand
Very
road,
true. That's what I
right?
tried. That I tried to mention. Correct. Very true. Completely resonate. You shift your focus. You don't
Exactly,
focus on
exactly.
trivial things anymore.
Right. And that's why the catch cry, I don't know, none, both of you never explained it. Small shifts generate big gains.
Oh,
Correct,
yeah.
correct, correct. That's true.
Okay,
Absolutely.
That's
I
guys.
true.
totally
Aman,
agree.
sorry. Come on, Aman. Your turn. Let's have a look at your perspective
Yay.
on this. Yay, Aman.
Yay. So, first of all, I would like to say that knowing your life purpose is a step towards living a truly conscious life.
Hmm.
David, I would like to put here another angle to
Hmm.
emotions. What I have learned in the process, as I'm a healer now, that our emotions, our feelings create our reality.
Hmm.
What we are seeing in front of us presently, whether it is any drastic situation or anything, if we are feeling hurt, if we are feeling anger, if we have any kind of grudge inside us, that we only have created in front of us.
Right.
The first thing that we can do to make it disappear from our life is to surrender. And when you take your 100% responsibility of your actions, of your thoughts, of your actions, and whatever you do, all these things seem very, very small. Usually what we are doing is that we are just like a cattle following a herd, we try to do, usually as a human being. I'm also a human being. I have done this in my past life. I have done this. We are just following and doing what everyone else is doing. We are here to fulfill a purpose, because as I already shared, that our life is an opportunity for us. Just tell me one thing, have do we have other life forms as intelligent as human forms? We have got this opportunity to live the best of our lives and to make the most of this moment, because when you are worrying, you know that means you are living the past. When you are getting frightened and you have fear of something, you have insecurities, that means you are living in the future. And then when you are at peace, that means you are living in the present. So let's not waste this opportunity. This is our gift that divine has granted us, and it is our responsibility to realize it, what we really are. And this is the
Fabulous.
first step towards the emotional freedom. When you
Can
give
you?
yourself permission, when you give yourself permission to heal your own self, when you give yourself permission to feel what you are feeling at this particular moment, if you are not feeling guilty of it, that means you have won. And
Right.
when you get to know your purpose, you know that mere shouting or just expressing vaguely, it is not serving me much, it is not giving me anything. And you learn to express yourself gracefully. You know how to put your needs in front of others, and it is necessary when you are in a relationship or you are living in a family or a joint family. And
Yes.
it
So
all it will come from inside you when you are on purpose. So when you are on purpose, that means when you are to that state of oneness, we should remember that we are a part of that oneness, and we do not exist as separate entities. As I shared earlier, waves cannot exist separate from the ocean.
right. So true. So true.
Yeah.
Seeing that both of you are so inculcated into this process of purpose, how are your children coping with it? What is the reaction, and how are some of the processes of whether they have captured this, or are they looking at you different, mom? Uh, what's the reaction there?
May I tell this first? May I share?
I know what's gonna. Please.
When I started to accept myself, my own feelings, when I stopped to feel guilty, because now there is alarm inside me. When I start to feel fear or I start to feel guilty, my alarm comes. Come on, come back on track, come back on track. So I have started to accept my own feelings and release the feelings that are not serving me. So the changes that I am seeing in my kids have also started to respond like that. I do teach my kids to express when they are feeling something. Do not keep the things in your heart. We are here to live with emotional freedom. And I make them write what they are feeling if they do not want to speak. So yes, I do these things, and this is a very, very beautiful thing that I experience almost every day. And we have put an alarm that after 1 hour, when the alarm rings, we'll all take a pause and we'll take 2 deep breaths. So, whatever we are doing, for example, if I'm cooking in a kitchen, I'll just stop myself for a while. I'll do breathing. I'll take a pause, I'll take a rahow. And my kids also do that. Initially, my son used to say, Mama, alarm has rung. Breathe, 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 breathe fast. So
I
I tell
love
you
it.
one example. If people are fighting with each other or having an argue, when that alarm rings, they'll stop doing that.
It's a
So this is
break.
a kind of environment that we can actually create at home and inculcate good values in them. And we need not
Fabulous.
to tell them do this, do that. If we behave in that manner, they will definitely behave like that. And as Tushar said, we are creating leaders in our home,
I know we are. I know we are. See, this
helping
is
them.
what most people don't understand, the role modeling concept, you know. I mean, children are like sponges. Whatever they see, they just cut,
Yes.
copy, paste it. They cut, copy, paste it. And
Yes.
so I'm so happy and proud, you know, what you guys are doing, and especially you, the way you've gone from where you are, man, to where you are now, and where you plan to go in the future, knowing, you know, the stories behind. Tushar, a very simple question. Where from here?
Sorry.
From here, where to? The next step in
Okay,
life.
right, right. Right. So life is a journey, and we all keep moving. And I see myself in a wider perspective, in a bigger picture now. Since I have one tool that has given me so much clarity, right? I can see through the things, I can see through people, I can see through the challenges. So from now onwards, I think now everything to me, I mean, it looks like achievable. Earlier it used to be like, that's not meant for me, that's not achievable, that's a far-fetched target, that's not for me, and that's for other people. I can't dream that big. But now I don't have this vision, I have a bigger vision. I can see I can do that. I can have bigger dreams. I can reach the sky. I can do anything and everything that I want, because I have that community. I have those tools. I have evolved. I have learned to be focused. I've learned to have a clarity. I've learned to be disciplined. I've learned to have faith. I have hope. I have discipline now. And I think these tools these tools would also help me towards my purpose. So your achievements, your goals, your plannings, all these things, they all contribute in the end, or at last, to define and to achieve your purpose. Your purpose only helps you to define your thought pattern and your actions in life. It helps you to choose the kind of people you're going to interact, the kind of a people you want to be with, and you also define what you want to do, where you want to go. I mean, every minutest detail. You would also think about the listening, like what kind of things you want to listen, what kind of things you should read, what kind of things you're going to surf on internet, what kind of people you want to spend your time with. So it's already defined now. I know that. So I'm not waste my time chit chatting. I'll not
Yeah.
waste my time just looking at the reels or any gossip things like that doesn't contribute. So I am now clear, and everything to me is now achievable. I don't see anything as far fetched. I see if he or she can do it, I can do it too.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Aman, in close.
Yes, I would like to say that with a very simple but profound message, that when you decide to step up, when you decide to take 100% responsibility of your past, of your current action, for your life, your perspective towards life will change, and true healing will begin from there. If you're still stuck in the past and something is bothering you, hello, knock yourself, revisit your purpose. If you have not rediscovered your purpose, take the help of your coach or read our book GRAIL, Tick Your Life Right with Purpose, to discover it, to rebuild it, because it is only you who is going to create a difference to your own life despite of any circumstances you have in your life.
Mm.
So
Very true.
true freedom is the emotional freedom. Take your responsibility. Do not blame anyone, do not criticize anyone. Absolutely fine, things are good, this moment is perfect. Whatever is
Fab.
ought to happen, it is already happening. If it is not happening according to you, it's fine. If it is not, I mean, not act, that this movement is not according to yourself, whatever you want in life, it is absolutely fine. It is because it is from God's will.
Good. Good. One closing statement to the audience, each of you. Thank you so much. One closing statement. Your parting words. Yeah, please
Guys,
do.
take every moment of your life as an opportunity to grow and flourish. Every moment is a lesson worth learning. There is nothing like failures, there's nothing like challenge. It's just a part of your learning, and everything that's happening, it's very much important for your growth. You will realize it later in the years, but it is very much important. So live your life to the fullest. Keep growing, keep shining, love and light.
Thank you. Aman.
And I would like to say, accept yourself the way you are, accept your feelings. It is okay to feel anger, it is okay to feel any kind of negative feeling, and it is brilliant to feel good. All the feelings are okay, all the feelings are fine. Accept them, acknowledge your feelings, and then release them. Let it go. Then you will feel divine bliss in that. You will feel
Excellent.
peaceful from inside and experience every moment, experience life well lit. This is all I want to say.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Ladies and gentlemen, Tushar, thank you so much for coming on stage. Same with you,
Thank
Aman.
you.
Thank you so much for coming on stage.
Thank you.
Ladies and
Thank you.
gentlemen, pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, before I close, I'd just like to take 30 seconds to share with you the journey that our ladies had gone through, and plus 28 other individuals in producing the book called GRAIL, Tick Your Life Right with Purpose. It's available in all bookshops across the globe, both in India and abroad, I'm saying. So don't hesitate to look into it. Tick Your Life Right with Purpose. Look at ordering it. It's available straight away. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful week, ladies and gentlemen. Ciao. Adios,
Thank
amigos.
you
Thank you,
so
David.
much.
Thank
Thank